is about that time. It's 10 a.m. right here on a beautiful Friday. And you are tuned into the Blitz Edge. I am your host. My name's Toby Brendel. As you may already heard me on the Blitz Morning Show. This is going to be my new time slot. I'm going to work it in slowly, make it work, make it right, and possibly do it tight. Ha 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 ha. Sorry about that. I had a sheet that was going to get printed off. For some odd reason, it wasn't, so that is the bad part. Pound for pound, in the long run, once I get the sheets printed off, I know for a fact it's going to be absolutely awesome. Awesome. All right. So, if you listened to me on the morning show just like a couple minutes ago, you would have known that we had a massive rainfall in the southeast part of the province. I'm not sure how wide it was, but there was a little section that received quite a bit of rain. Discover Weyburn, they were saying that in Ralph, Saskatchewan, it was 2 inches, and you go down to Ogamon, it was like an inch. So it was really spotty in some spots. The one kicker that I got is I was in Estevan. There was a huge, downpour. It flooded streets. It went straight north of Estevan. Beautiful. Got to Weyburn. Next thing you know, there was dumping. Exact same thing. There was localized flooding. More streets than none. And most of the localized flooding was actually down at the lower areas. Well, water goes to places where they pile up anyway. Funny me, I tell you. All right. Let's get out of weather and let's talk about something a little bit more interesting so you can actually get the feel of how the show is going. I need your guys' help. I don't know how many people are going to hear this, so I'm going to repeat it every single day for the next 2 weeks. But basically what I want you to do is I want you to... I don't know how this is going to work. Tweet me. There we go. At Toby in the AM. With that, tell me your... how would that work? Your vote for the best video game noise sound clip. Like, for example, it could be Mario's coins, Mario's power up. I'm just trying to think. Blades of Steel makes a pass. So, stuff like that. Something that you can listen to, and all of a sudden it could send you back in the day, or the most recognizable noise for video games that if they played it, there's no way you're going to miss it. I want to do a bracket of 64, so make sure you go and start dropping them. Why? Because I said so. Sports. Man, I don't know what's more crazy. The fact that the NBA is down to their final four. The results are just absolutely insane. Like, the Rockets are up 3-2 over the Warriors. Or if you go to the other side, the Celtics are giving the Cavaliers a run for their money. Like, I seriously don't know what's going on with that when you have, like, these huge superstars, but yet the results that should be aren't. Speaking about results should be that aren't, boom, let's skate over to the NHL, guys. Stanley Cup Final. This coming Monday. The Knights versus the Capitals. Best of 7. Ovechkin. Fleury. Who will win? This is going to be a pretty good series. First time in almost 20 years that the Capitals have got to where they are now. And This is the first time with Ovechkin they got to the Stanley Cup final. So many people are saying, oh yeah, Ovechkin's not as good, or else he would have had more cups, or oh, Ovechkin sucks, he's dirty. You know, people have to really back off a bit when it comes to Ovechkin. If you take a look at his actual stats during the games, the season, everything like that, okay, that's fine. Well, people never look at that and say, okay, he's good, he's did this, he's did that. It's all about the massive trophy at the end. The Stanley Cup, the NBA, whatever, the Super Bowl, Lombardi Trophy, or whatever. That's what they look for. You could break every single record in the record book, but if you don't have a cup or a trophy, you're useless. Like, for example, Eli Manning from the NFL. He already has 2. He's not the best. He's not the elite. He's not horrible, but not good. But yet, for the longest time, they were saying, is he better than his brother, Peyton? The answer is no. Peyton's way better than Eli. So what if Eli has 2? He just plays better against the Patriots. And that goes exactly running into the NHL. If you take a look at how many teams that Washington plays, and the number one team that Washington has trouble with is Pittsburgh. Well, it doesn't help when you have the refs favoring Crosby and the Penguins. You know, I'm still going to stand by that. I don't care what you guys say. That is one of the things I am going to pinpoint and say. The refs are going to favor Pittsburgh and Crosby to the end. Last year, that's a very good example. Pittsburgh, Ottawa. Pittsburgh, I think it was the Rangers. There was just so many calls not called or were called that shouldn't have been called that favored Pittsburgh. I see one post on Twitter where one lady says Ovechkin should not deserve the Stanley Cup because he's a dirty player. Okay, my view upon that is, if you're going to be looking at each player and how dirty they actually are, go back to the previous Stanley Cups, see how dirty the people are. Are you going to take the Stanley Cups away from Gordie Howe because he likes throwing his sharp elbows into people's faces? Are you going to take away the enforcers, which means that they're not going to have the Stanley Cups because they fought? Sidney Crosby, there's another one. There's so many times where when he fights, he just yanks on the person's jersey, makes him fall. Another time where he just hits the ice for absolutely no reason and pretends he's injured. It's just things like that that bothers me. Is do not say one player is dirty when the whole league, if you cheat and get away with it, go for it. Because sometimes that little upper advantage will cost you a championship or not. Sorry, I got a little bit of a cold and phlegm's hacking up. And I'm pretty sure you don't want to know that. Alright. So far, that's what the show's going to be like. I thought I'd give you a little bit of clip. A few more other things that I want to do is events, local news, if there was any local news, as well as Twitter news. Some of you are thinking, what is Twitter news? Well, what I'm basically going to do is when I go on Twitter, I'm going to find one article, read it, and give my point. Just trying to think. See, that's why I want the sheet. Basically, I write everything out, prep, done, boom, you're informed. Oh, one thing that I seen on my Twitter feed was there was a rapper that called a white female up on the stage and got her to rap with him. Well, the catch was there was a word that's, you know, still a touchy subject of the N-word, which me personally, I'm not going to say it. But she did. I guess she got hackled, booed, beat up just because she was white and she dropped the N-bomb. Okay, first of all, if you know for a fact that your word has an N-bomb and you want one of the fans to sing, do not bring up somebody who's white who might not know the repercussions of actually saying it. Now look, she got beat up. Why? Did you do that on purpose? Hopefully not. That'd be one of the most douchiest moves. Anyway, I better let you guys go. Technically, I've did about 15 minutes. I'm going to be running out a little bit of time. In the future, shows are going to get better. You can still catch me on Twitter at Toby in the AM. You can email us at theblitztalks@gmail.com. Facebook page, I'm still trying to figure that out. But remember to tweet me one of your favorite video game noises, memories, just things like that. Anyway, thanks for tuning in to the Blitz Edge, and I'll talk to you later.